collectors and Transformer fans? It's the one and only Optibotimus coming at you with another video review. And on today's episode, thanks to the incredible support of my patrons and channel members, we're going to be taking a look at the new Transformers Earthrise Deluxe Class Runabout. Exclusively available, at least here in North America, at Target stores. This is the inverted color brother of RUNABOUT. For the package, you got that very classic Earthrise look with the teal sort of thing going on there. You got the Transformers text, generation logo, you got the open window. Really cool artistic image. I mean, I really like that. Of RUNABOUT there on the side. The opposite side has that very classic image that we're used to seeing with these Earthrise figures of the Ark crashing down to Earth. Come around to the back of the package. You can see that he transforms in 16 steps. And of course, you got images of him in his robot as well as his vehicle mode. And while, yeah, he is just basically an inverted color of RUNABOUT, they at least gave him a different gun, which is kind of cool. But for the packaging on this guy, that's about it. So without further ado, let's get him out here and see how cool he actually is. Alright guys, so here we have RUNABOUT open up out of his packaging and obviously in his vehicle mode. And, you know, yeah, he's just a repaint, but what they did with this is really very sharp. Unlike, and I'll bring in RUNABOUT in a minute, but unlike him, you got this really nice matte black paint, which looks fantastic, and then all of the smoky, clear, translucent that he had, they have done in an absolute gorgeous red translucent plastic. I absolutely love the way that this guy looks. Probably a little bit more than RUNABOUT. For his accessories, as I said, well, you don't really get an all new one. Let me bring that in here. This is a repaint, obviously, of the one that RUNABOUT came with. You can see that it's done in a black plastic, but you got this nice red covering the entire thing. But you do get this one, which is a new gun, and you can take that and you can plug it in there. And or is it like that? No, it goes in a little bit better there. So you can have like a double gun. Honestly, I don't know about all that. I mean, it is what it is. At least they gave us something a little bit different. But that's cool that they did that. And like I said, I mean, you do have this one. So if you wanted just to kind of keep with the whole theme of what, you know, matches with RUNABOUT, that's one thing. One part that I would mention, though, is that the other gun does have a little bit more a resemblance to that original G1 version, which is nice. So while it's nice to get this, I kind of wish that they gave us both of these for the different characters. That would have been cool. That way you could have that, like I said, more G1-ish kind of gun. But bringing in RUNABOUT, like I said, you can see that there's a little bit more of a glossy paint on him than on RUNABOUT, which I dig. Again, the contrast is really very nice. You don't have the gold or anything, but you do have these nice red lines throughout there. I mean, and then when you look at the middle section here, just that faux Decepticon logo really does kind of show off very nicely with the way that they did the red plastic. I absolutely love it. So wicked cool. You can see that the tires are basically the same with the same paint detail. You got the nice Decepticon logo right on the top. While I don't have the RUNABOUT G1 figure, I mean, they're the exact same. So nothing really changes. You just got different stickers and things like that. And then the other one was black. So and there's that. So you can kind of see that. But really very, very sharp. You do have the painted taillights, which is still really a nice touch. You come around to the bottom, you can see that all that kind of same stuff is there. Identical figure, just like I said, extra gun. But it just has so much more of a striking look with that red. I love it. But, because, yeah, we've already seen this in fairly recently, so I don't need to cover the transformation again. It's the exact same. Using that good old-fashioned Optibotimus movie magic. So let's go from RUNABOUT looking like this to looking like this. And again, the color is absolutely striking. With those red translucent pieces, it really does make him pop. And I also do have to completely apologize because I said that he was just a repaint, and that is a lie. He actually has a different head. Moving these pieces out of the way, and coming in to take a closer look, the head sculpts are, in fact, different. And I did not notice that at first. But you can see that Runabout has like a little bit of a crest right here. And then even in the mouth area, the way that the little mouth plate is a little bit different than Runamuck's. That absolutely surprised me to see. But here you can see how much just cooler that red translucent bit really is. The rest of the figure is identical. There's nothing that I can really see that's different. So yeah, the majority of everything else is just repainted, but that still doesn't make for a bad figure really whatsoever. Again, you can put the gun here. I kind of like using this one up there because that, again, matches the G1 version a little bit more. I do wish that Runamuck came with one of those. That's really unfortunate that they didn't include that. Honestly, I have no idea why they wouldn't have. That seems like a complete missed opportunity. I mean, as it is, you just get this one in. I mean, you can have them hold that. That's fine. But like I said, as a nice homage to that G1 figure, I like the fact that you can do that. So it's weird to me that they didn't do that. It's definitely unfortunate. I guess you could always buy one of these extra and then maybe get that paint to come off of it and then just use that with Run Amok, but that seems kind of like a waste. But everything else on the figure is identical. You do have that very classic backpack sort of thing. You do have the dual tires down here. All of that stuff really nicely homages the original toy, as well as the character model. I did go back and rewatch, and I was mistaken. In the actual cartoon, they do have dual tires down here. So I was wrong in my original review, so I apologize. Articulation-wise, the head is on a ball joint. It is fairly stiff, at least on mine. So you can get it kind of looking up and down. You do have to be careful, though, because it will dislodge from the little back section. You do have the swivels and hinges here at the shoulder, rotation there at the elbow. You have a little less than 90 degrees for the elbow bend. I guess you could kind of say the wrists move in and out as part of the transformation. Race rotation, forward and back, hips. They also rotate at the upper part of the thigh. Bend, oh, be careful not to dislodge that. This is also really stiff, this joint. So at least on mine, when I tend to try to move it back, it sometimes dislodges that connection joint there. So just be careful when you're doing that. The ankles do move forward and back a little bit, but they do have the ankle tilt, so you get a lot of nice articulation with the guy. Basically the exact same that Runamuck had. So obviously, if you're going to have Runamuck or Runabout, you got to have the other guy. It's just, it goes without saying. I mean, they're like peanut butter and jelly. You got to have them together. The unfortunate nature, as I've mentioned before, is this is a Target exclusive. One thing that does seem nice, though, is he doesn't seem very difficult to find. A lot of places seem to be stocking him very, very readily. So he at least seems like he's going to be an easier exclusive to get your hands on. And hopefully that's the case because, like I said, I hate the whole exclusive thing. I think that it sucks when stores do that, especially in a situation like this where Run Amok and Runabout kind of go hand in hand. So it sucks to me that you got to have an exclusive somewhere. But all that being said, there he is. I do recommend him. I think he's a great addition to the collection. Even though that he really wasn't around too much in the original G1 cartoon. Like I said in the Run Amok video, the mark of a really good toy is if you have no connection to it and you still think it's really good and you want it in your collection, that is high praise in my opinion. And both Run Amok and Runabout really do fit that criteria for me. So if you are looking for him, good luck and happy hunting. But beyond that, guys, that's about it. If you enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate it if you would do one small thing for me. I know I ask over and over again, and it seems like not a lot of people do it, which is why I ask so much. But please, hit that thumbs up button. That one very small gesture really does go a long way towards helping me out, and I would really very much appreciate it. Also, I gotta send a huge shout out to all of my patrons and channel members who, through their continued support, now more than ever, help to make reviews like this possible. And if you'd like information on how you can help support my channel by becoming a patron like these guys do, feel free to check out my Patreon page at patreon.com/Optibotimus. Or if you want to keep all of your perks and rewards right here on YouTube like these guys have done, consider becoming a member of Optibotimus Plus. For that, all you have to do is click on that little join button right down there. And finally, remember that the real trouble with the world is that too many people grow up. Thank you for watching and taking the time to be a kid.